All right, welcome back to Drunk Wax Era. Please drink and wax responsibly. Like and subscribe if you get this. We're going to start this off. Hopefully, everyone's ready for a slab battle. Uh, I know they're dressed like boxers, but these slabs are going to go at it kind of like a rap battle. So bear with me. We've got the coach's Columbus Brewing IPA over here, which I'm going to enjoy, and then the Aloha mixed plate. Uh, from Brew Kettle that I already enjoyed, the Hazy Double IPA. So we'll move Aloha out of the screen. We've got Shaq as referee. Let's get ready to rumble. That is literally Shaq's line. It's more like, you know, it's not really his tagline. Don't judge me. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple videos and a little bit of a series, and we're going to have basically, a slab and then a challenger slab, and we're going to look at just some of the statistics. So this is meant to educate and entertain, obviously, as most fights would, uh, but also give you a little bit of background. So, without further ado, we'll start off with the challenger, GMA. I forgot the proper introduction. In the left corner, in the pink shorts with the not so cool logo, the GMA. All right. So, without getting too many hands in this, GMA has, not a very difficult grading scale to catch up with. So similar to its opponent, it starts out at a 10 for Gem Mint. It immediately goes to 9. There are no 9.5s, just as the opponent does. But basically, the knock on GMA is it was kind of a lesser known grading company. And I know for years when people would look it up, the address, it would go to a house. So people just assumed that the owner was slabbing cards in his basement. And I think at one point it was like $2 a card. It was pretty ridiculous. But my understanding is he does keep a pop report that he's supposed to be publishing soon. This is actually, I believe, kind of like one of the middle labels. Pretty sure that early on it had like a horrible label. This is the middle label, and he's looking at making a newer one. And the other knock was when GMA first started, and I couldn't find an actual date on it, but I know that there was stuff about it in 2011. I guess GMA started out where you could like name your grade, send them in, and he'd slab them with whatever the grade was. From my understanding, is he does not do that. All right, I'm cheating. I'm gonna start the coach of PSA, so don't judge me. All right. Anyway, I've seen a lot of like crack and resub submissions of um, a GMA card to PSA. Typically, they go down one grade. Although, if you had a perfect card in a GMA slab as a 10, I would imagine it would still be a 10 from PSA. The only thing I saw with this card is a very minute bit of like surface dimple. Let's see if I can get it. There it is, right there. Otherwise, this is a perfect card, and maybe for a Bowman Chrome, that's a little bit of a soft corner. The rest is pretty nice. But anyway, GMA slabs very similar to PSA. Let's grab a different PSA slab, not the one that's in the fight. But size wise, PSA's a little bit taller, un poquito. And as far as width, PSA's a little bit thinner, so a little more pronounced up where the label is for GMA. All right, now get back out of the ring. This isn't a tag team fight. The newer GMA labels have two QR codes, so you've got the price guide and you've got the contact us. That'll take you to the website. I mean, overall, let's be real. The slab is probably really not that bad. It has the rounded corners. Obviously, they don't come with the shorts. That's something fancy that I added after the fact. But um, GMA, if you like your cards slabbed and you don't really um, care about the next part that I'm about to talk about, GMA is a fine company to go through. I mean, you could basically have all your PC cards slabbed safely, although the price keeps going up. Back when it was $5 a card to slab them, it was well worth it because you're not going to buy one of those sonic sealers or a sonic welder, whatever you want to call it, uh, to make it worth your while, unless you're going to like slab your whole uh, 50,000 card collection. If you have any more than that, again. So we've talked about it being a problem before. Any more than 50,000 cards is a problem. Unless it's on ComC, in which case you don't have to store it, and you're probably not going to get in trouble with the wife. Honey, just in case you're watching, I'm not saying that you would ever get me in trouble for that, or you treat me like a child because of my cards and make me pick them up like there's some kind of toys for our kids or something. But anyway, GMA used to be very reasonable with the prices. They're still pretty reasonable. They're much cheaper than their opponent are right now. And then the last thing, obviously, resale. You're not going to get anywhere near the amount of money for a card in a GMA slab as its opponent. But you're not paying as much to slab it either. So if you had a modern card like this slabbed at an 8, it's cheaper than or you're going to get less out of it than a raw card that people think they have a chance of getting a 9 or a 10. So keep that in mind. All right. So GMA had its fun with its rap battle. Shaq, how do you think they did? Were they fair? Oh yeah, they were fair. Sell it like a used car salesman. All right. I'll get another sip here. Pardon my reach. All right, and in the right corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim. It's the opposite of their labels. We have the PSA slab. Oh, so many people love me. I don't know why that would have been a whisper, but so PSA is doing battle with GMA. Let's start off with the obvious and kind of where we ended with GMA. If you want to get a card slabbed by PSA right now that isn't currently at PSA, you need to pay no less than $300. That's right, $300. You can almost buy a new PS5, a new Xbox Series X, a set of golf clubs, a really nice golf bag that can hold a 30 case of beer. It could hold growlers of beer. You could buy damn near your own Keyser if you wanted, all for the price to get one of these graded. Now, what's the benefit to having a card graded with PSA? Well, I'm starting to wonder if there is a benefit, because if it costs you $300 and you get a 9 on an ultra modern card, it's going to sell for really close to the same price as a raw ultra modern card. So just be very, very mindful of that. You better hope you're going to get a Gem Mint 10 on the ultra modern. And, if you have something vintage, I suggest sending it to SGC, which I think is just as reputable as PSA when it comes to that. But let's do some background. So this fighter started out in 1991. PSA is the oldest that I could find that's still around. There was an attempt to make a grading company in 1984, but it didn't survive. So if you're wondering, this is like Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead as far as PSA slabs. Not the TV show and the comic book. Like, it lives and then, probably died pretty recently. I hope I didn't ruin that for anyone that was reading the comics and isn't done. But anyway, looking at the slab, again, we already compared the two. But this right here, this Gem Mint 10, for whatever reason, makes these things so much more expensive and more valuable than another grading company's 10s. Even if, with respect to this card, that card could be a nicer card. And if you cracked them both out and submitted them somewhere else, you could get a better grade on that one than this one. But anyway, the values there. A lot of people, definitely a lot of new people to the hobby, just love the 10. They don't necessarily love what it means, which, I mean, it means gem mint, and you'll find out in more slab battles that gem mint could be 9.5 for some of the grading companies, and especially the ones with subgrades. So if you don't like subgrades, so if you don't like why they graded it a certain way, if it's less than a 10, and you like 10s for gem mint, I would suggest either one of these two candidates. So you've got PSA or GMA, which are the only two that really grade like that, or at least that I can find. So in the slab battle, PSA comes in as a heavyweight when it comes to resale value. Probably two times the value of rare card, or sorry, not rare, raw cards. So just be aware when you're buying these. Right now, it's way better to buy stuff that's already slabbed, because you're not going to spend $300 to slab something like this. It's a really more like a $25 card until Cal starts lighting it up, which I think he will. Every very talented pitcher that goes to the Indians starts lighting it up at some point. But anyway, the intent of this was to have this little slab battle go on. Please, in the comments, vote which one you would prefer. I have an idea of who's going to win, but don't forget, this is going to set up future battles. I've got other slabs. I don't have CSG yet, but I do have HGA, BGS, and SGC. So whoever wins this battle, I'll give it a couple days. Whoever wins this battle will battle the next contestant, which is BGS, who I heard that BGS is coming out swinging. What was that, BGS? Oh, yeah. Just so you guys know, I look way better than they do with thick cards. Get out of here, BGS. No one asked you. You don't even have your shorts on, you weirdo. Anyway, I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do horizontal shorts, so I'm going to have to find a different holder. Anyway, like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this little slab battle. And again, I'm looking for input from everyone that watches this. What do you like? Do you like PSA? You like GMA? Who do you think should win? So that could be a quick comment. But what are you choosing to go with? All right. Don't forget, drink and wax responsibly. Catch you later.